Hey guys, welcome back. We're gonna be talking about my welds and my welding skills because it has brought some attention and I'd like to bring it up. So basically, I just got done doing that. But my machine that's plasma cutter, but that's my welding machine, one of them at least. That's my nice one though. It's a 140 MP Power Mig by Lincoln Electric. And my biggest problem is, one, I don't have enough amps. I'm running it on 110. I mean, it is a 110 welder, but it needs to have more amps. And you gotta remember, the same breaker, that's the same plug-in that cords in. Everything else is on. So there's like probably I'd say thousands and thousands of things plugged into the same thing. And also I ordered gasless wire because I didn't want to spend the hefty fee. I keep refilling argon, 7525 CO2 argon. And so I went online. I specifically asked gasless wire. You know what they send me? And of course, I mean, I enjoy welding and stuff, and it's pretty popular thing in the shop here. But I got like 20 to 30, 45-pound spools of gas wire. They sent me gas wire, people, when I told them to send me gasless wire. And you know what makes it even better? They won't let me return it or give me my money back. So now I'm stuck with gas wire. So I'm probably gonna, sadly, I don't want to, gonna have to go get 7525 argon CO2 to do the job right. Because they aren't doing the damn job right. I mean, how hard? I mean, and then I talked to the phone. I called the customer service and they're like, what's welding? You telling me you have people working at a welding company that don't know what welding is? Come on, people. And then they tried making up excuses like they never said that. And then I sent them an email of them saying that, and then they just never responded. But I don't know. Stuff like that irritates the heck out of me. And the breaker that's on is 60 amp. Now, Lincoln Electric says the machine on stick welding I think runs almost 300 amps, and then on MIG welding it runs 145 to 223 or something like that. So we're way under amped. So that's my biggest problem. And I do have a Lincoln arc welder generator, but that's extremely loud and it burns through gas a lot, and I don't think it makes it any better. I'd have to do an amperage test on it and the breaker. And then I got a 12,000 Dollar Max generator, but that's long gone. That would probably do a job perfect. Actually, specifically bought that for these two machines here, and I'm having a problem with my Eastwood Versal Cut plasma cutter right there because I don't have enough amps. And that one, a plasma cutter, is way worse. It won't even strike an arc good or anything. And I think the air valve right there is broken because it don't adjust right. But I did get a new torch for it though. I just put that on today. Brand new torch. But and also I have no tip on here, which I did order a gasless tip stuff for this. A gasless nozzle and a replacement part this and a replacement tip. Which I have replacement tips, but it comes in the kit. Paid like $5.50 on eBay. What else could you ask for? And of course it's coming from China. So it's supposed to be here on March 15th. But I'm gonna take that off, put that on, so try to save the gas thing because that little hole inside the nozzle, right? Right there is where the gas comes through. And if I ever do use gas on the machine, I want to, so don't want to have issues. It did help a lot after extremely cleaning the metal. I did a lot of cleaning. And as you see right there, argon is to protect, argon CO2 is protect the weld. And when it's not gasless wire, that's what you get right there, people. That's what you get right there. Right there, people. Right there. And now my next thing I'm going to talk about, because I already mentioned the welding, mostly, is what exactly happened to this, what I call, and what you all know as the famous Raptor kart build. So long story short, I went on Facebook Marketplace one day. I saw this. Guy said, has 2001 Yamaha Raptor 660 motor in it. It threw a valve. So I'm like, okay, well, I mean, I wanted it for 500, but he said all the work he had into it, he wanted 800. Boy, this ain't no $800 worth of work. This thing is thrown together with. Do you see the situation, people? There's angle iron all over this thing, over there. The engine, look at that. You see that? The engine mounts everywhere, people. Everywhere. It's, oh yeah, it gets better. It gets better. Yep, that is the shock welded with angle iron. And you wonder why I am making tons and tons of welding videos on this thing, because I'm basically rebuilding the complete chassis at this point. I've done so much welding on this. Put a roof on it for those who don't know. And, but yeah, you said he threw a valve. Then, I told him I'll take it. So he, nice enough to deliver it to me. I mean, he only lived not even 20 minutes away from my address, so it wasn't, I mean, impossible not to deliver it. But, I look at it first sight unseen, and it definitely looks better in the photos. That's for sure. He said he checked the spark plug and he didn't see anything unusual. Guess what? I checked the spark plug, and guess what I see? I see a shattered piston and a bent connecting rod. And pieces of the piston inside the engine. So I call him. I'm like, dude, you basically lied flat up to me. And he was like, well, yeah. And of course, he was wanting to give me a gas air compressor and a couple little Chinese claws, and I was okay with that. But I tried getting a hold of him because I don't want more junk. I want pictures of this stuff. I don't want more junk. I want really good pictures, videos, everything. I can't get a hold of the guy. I called him. He said his phone was stolen or something. I called him. He had a different number. I called that number. He won't pick up. It's acting like the number's no longer working. So that's the type of situation we have. I don't know what to do on the situation. I mean, I would like to have. I really like just have some of my money back because he flat out lied to me. And I don't know what Facebook support would do about the situation. I know they have their money back guaranteed situation, but I don't know how to contact a legit Facebook because I've contacted a couple of Facebooks customer service and it came up as a scam. Like they were asking for my social security. Why would Facebook need my social security number? Yeah, right. And basically, I mean, I just plowed through the horrible of it and put it has a Wiseco crank assembly in it, has a hot rods cam in it, and that's a whole nother mess. I don't know, this go-kart must be cursed because the crank assembly, I ordered one, came from New York, opened the box, It was missing. It was missing. A $750 item missing. So I call, I think it was FedEx who was shipped it. So I call FedEx, and they say the item was the weight matches what the box weighs. So they basically didn't even ship the item. So I ordered again directly from Wiseco because I'm tired of playing these little games with sellers on Amazon and eBay. It's bullshit, people. Bull crap. Okay? Bull crap. So I ordered it from Wiseco. It arrives. It's actually all there. So we put the crank in. And then we have a Wiseco piston. I also ordered at the same time as the crank. The cylinder is an off brand. I don't know what brand the cylinder is, but some weird brand. But that's on there. We got a new timing chain, new oil pump gear, new cam. Then we got what else do we got? Oh, all new valves, gaskets everywhere. Water pump, oil lines, because one of the oil lines accidentally broke in half when I pulled the engine. But I mean they're used, but still. And then that's about all it on the engine basically. Oh, and of course we got to completely rebuild the wiring harness, which I looked, and it might just be easier to buy a new wiring harness and cut into that and put the stuff on it versus rebuilding the wiring harness here, because there's like 2 gauge, there's like 11 gauge wire going into like 19 gauge wire, and it is horrible. And they're not even the same color wire. It's like yellow, blue, going into red, and it makes no sense. I am getting a new. Hopefully, I take on another sponsorship and get what McCall to sponsor me, so I get a new CDI for it, or test it out at least. And probably gonna put a new solenoid. I do have 2 things on it for the dash, which we're gonna dash out once. Dang it, I just remembered I was going to use plasma cutter. I waited all the time for it, and now it don't even work right. So that's just icing on the cake. Lovely. We got switches, and then we got electric start switches. So we're going to have kill switch, light switch, and fan switch. And then we're going to have the electric start button, and then we're going to have the key switch. And then I got order light bar, and I gotta do a whole bunch more welding on it, and I was planning on having a sponsor for the seats and harnesses, but that went south, so I gotta get those, or use the old seats. I might just use old seats to get new harnesses. I mean, I could build one harness out of old harnesses, but I don't know. But yeah, so that's basically what's going on with what happened in this go-kart, because a lot of people asked, and same with my welding. I've had probably 39 people ask what's going on with the welding, and thought I'd answer their questions. For anyone that's not subscribed, please subscribe. We enjoy having subscribers here, and hopefully you enjoy the show, and catch you on the next one.